Good morning, students. I am fine here. Hope you all are fine at home. Stay at home and be safe. So, during the lockdown period, we'll study through the technology with the help of all these gadgets and apps and network connection. So, today I am here to explain the functions of management. See, we'll go through the small points and I will explain it in a very clear cut so that after completion of this class you'll be able to understand what exactly is the functions of management. See, in the process of managing, a manager performs various functions and all those functions are interrelated and interdependent, and it's so interwoven that you cannot have a clear cut picture idea without going all through those points which has been given by the different management scholars and different management thinkers. See, Mr. Ralph Davis has given 3 points in the functions of management, that is planning, organizing, and controlling. However, in the meanwhile, Joseph Massey has described it in 7 points, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling, and communication and decision making. So communication and decision making, these two extra point has arrived by the Joseph Massey, who said that these 2 points are also very essential while implementing any type of plan by any manager. So Kunz O'Donnell said that there is only 5 functions of management, that is planning, organizing, staffing, directing, and controlling. However, Luthar Gulick said again it in 7 points, that is planning, organizing, directing, staffing, coordinating, reporting, and budgeting. Luthar Gulick is saying that reporting is also a very essential part because a manager does a lot. If we go through the practical knowledge, if we go through the grassroots level, you will understand a manager spends his 90% time in report making, and sometimes he has to help to make a budget also. So budgeting and report writing, these 2 points also come in the functions of management by the Luthar Gulick. It's Henry Fayol first time has given a clear cut picture idea regarding the functions of management. He said that manager has to forecast, manager has to organize, and manager has to command, and manager has to coordinate as well as control. So he given the 5 points, that is forecast means planning, organize means organizing, and command means staffing, and coordinate means directing as well as controlling. So these 5 points is internationally accepted at this time by everyone that functions of management is all these 5. So here students, I will explain in detail all these 5 points. So after completion of this, you will be able to understand entire functions of management. See, Henry Fayol is saying forecasting and planning. Forecasting means what? Forecasting means you must have the intellectual capacity to look over the future. Means what's going to be happen? Means planning. As we all know that planning is a fully mental process and it's a conceptual clarity. Actually, planning is a bridge between where we are and where we want to go. So, a manager does planning by taking help of his past experiences and future ideas, future projections, what he must be having in his mind. On the basis of those, he has to balance, he has to weigh the capacity of his team members, capacity of his employee, capacity of his group members, what are the strength he is having in his group and where he is lacking. I mean to say, what are the negative points he is having, where is his weaknesses. On the basis of those, we will make a future plan. So, planning play a very important role here in functions of management. Second thing, Henry Fayol is saying that planning has to be made in every level of the management, because we must have observed that in management system there are different hierarchy between the management: top management, middle management and the lower management. Top management has to make a plan, however middle management has to play a role of bridge between lower management and top management, and top and lower management has to execute the plan. So planning must be made in every standard, in every level, in every hierarchy, because what are the strength in the ground level we have, the lower management can only understand, and he can communicate through the upward communication to the top management through middle management. And on the basis of all those information, top management will make a plan. So the process of planning involves the following steps. Number one, determination of goals or objective. First, management has to be determined what is his goal, what he has to achieve, what he wants to do, where he wants to see in next future financial year, where he want to stand in the completion of the year. Second point, forecasting. First he must have the determined the goal, and second, on the basis of that determination of goal, on the basis of his past experience, on the basis of his strength, on the basis of his projection ideas, he has to forecast. And third one, he has to search the alternatives course of action. Here I would like to give one small example which will make you clear cut picture regarding the planning. Suppose you are determined to go from your home to your college. This is your goal and you are determined to achieve that. Then second, you have to forecast how the way you can achieve it. Third, you will have to judge the alternatives. What are the alternatives you are having? You may go through by walk from home to college. You may go through by your motorcycle by putting fuel in that tank. And third alternatives you are having, you can go by auto rickshaw. So if you are having all those alternatives, first you have to search, third point, and fourth point, evaluate the alternatives. What are the alternatives you are having in your hand? You will have to evaluate which one is beneficial for you, which one is good for you. And then fifth plan, you will have to formulate the policies and procedure according to your alternatives. So here you evaluated that going by walk will be very difficult and hard task. You may become tired, so you leave this alternate and you will be with two other alternatives, one auto rickshaw and second motorcycle. Then again you can evaluate that if you are using auto rickshaw, that will be economical and cheaper as you are a student. You are not having plenty of money in your pocket so that you can put fuel in the motorcycle and go to the college. So after all going through these alternatives which are having in your hand, you choosing that going college by the auto rickshaw. So this is your policies and procedure. Now you made a policy to go college by auto rickshaw and you are stick with that procedure. And the final point is preparation of schedule program and budget. So as per your selected alternatives, you'll make a budget how much money you require to go college from your home in a month, and accordingly you'll make a proper schedule that if you have to go by auto rickshaw, if you are taking 10 minutes time in auto rickshaw going from your home to the college, then before 15 minutes you will start from your home, because you know 10 minutes you are going to waste in traveling. So you will make a procedure according to your selected plan and budget. So this is the one point, that is forecasting and planning. Second point Henry Fayol has given is organizing. Means as per your plan, what planning you had, what plan you stick, you'll start organizing. Means in organizing you'll be having clear cut picture in your mind that who will follow those activities. You will try to identify the person who can complete that particular task. You will create a well defined job. You will delegate the authority. You will be establishing the authority and providing responsibilities and giving authority and making relationship throughout the organization. Here also I would like to put one example which will make you very clear cut idea. Suppose you had a plan to celebrate in the evening a birthday function. In that birthday function, what you have to do, what you want to do, and from whom you will take the work, you have to identify and you have to decide. After deciding it, you will have to give the responsibility to the particular friend that he will go to the market and bring the cake. Similarly, to the another friend, you will give the responsibility to decorate the home. Similarly, to cook, you will give the responsibility to prepare the food for all of your friends. So here you start organizing the things. What are the things you required? You required cake, you required the decoration material, you required the person who can cook. So you start organizing all these small things. Similarly, after completion of organizing, you will have to make command on all those persons whom you have identified to complete that task. Means here third point comes of Mr. Henry Fayol, that is staffing. Means in staffing you start a person recruiting, selecting, giving training and guiding them and appraising them and providing appropriate training to complete the task with a minimum resource in available time. So here in the staffing, management starts doing work right from the giving advertisement in the newspaper to observing the developments of that particular employee and appraising his performance and giving him transfer, promotion and salary enhancement. So in the staffing, you'll have to keep command on all those persons whom you have identified to complete the task. In the fourth point of Henry Fayol, that is coordination and directing. In the coordination and directing, there are three sub points which play a very important role. That is communication, leadership, and motivation. Communication, leadership, and motivation, three essential sub points in the points of coordinating and directing given by the Henry Fayol that make a very important role while coordinating the entire program, while directing the persons whom you have applied. Suppose if there is close circuit communication, there are so many communication barriers in upcoming communication, downward barrier, downward communication and upward communication, then it will be very hard, it will be very difficult to follow those plans. So here you must follow the clear cut communication process. And leadership, there should be a fair leadership by the team leader, by the motivator, by the manager. Similarly, a team manager or leader has to play an important role of motivator also, because time to time entire team members, entire employee group members required motivation to attain the desired goals which has been made by the management or top manager. Because employees and downward managers and lower managers are not much bothered about the organizational goal, because he has not come here to work for the organization, he has come here to work for the money, he has come here to work for the name or fame. Somebody may have come for the passing time. So manager needs to channelize the entire power and knowledge in one pipeline, so that by going through that pipeline, by the help of all those employees, by the help of group members, a manager can achieve the desired target. So in this, he has to direct everyone, he has to give the guideline, he has to give the proper guidance, he has to give the proper training, so that all employees can work as per their entire knowledge, as per their received training, for the completion of the organizational goal, for the completion of the organizational task, for the completion of desired goal. And similarly, a last point given by the Henry Fayol is that control. Controlling is very essential and required in every field, because by checking the actual performance done by the every individual as per the standard given with a view of desired goals is very essential. So if a manager is doing all those things, means he is having the very good control. He has to satisfy, he has to give, he has to take the satisfactory performance by the every employee, by the every team member, by putting 100% control, and leads to taking corrective action. Suppose some employee is not capable to perform the given task, in that situation manager may change that particular person, and he can deploy a new person who is fully trained, who is having the past experience in that particular work, and he can perform as per manager's plan, as per organizational plan. So while process of controlling, there are also involvement of some features. So that feature are: first, establishing a standard. A manager will have to establish a standard work, a standard task. And second, manager has to measure the performance of every individual of every employee, and he has to appraise the performance. If somebody is doing good work, if somebody is doing a better task, a manager must praise him. Manager must give him rewards in monetary term as well as non-monetary term. So manager has to appraise the every performance, every individual's performance, and he must take the corrective actions also. If somebody is not performing the task, manager has to train him. Manager has to find what type of training he requires, what type of training he required to perform the given task. So he has to corrective action. He must have to change the person. He must have to change the work also as per his past experience, as per his knowledge, as per his capacity, as per his captaincy. Manager may change the work. So by taking all corrective actions and appraising performance and giving guideline, he can control the entire things. So I hope guys, I have make a clear cut idea about the functions of management. So if you go through all these, you will be having idea. Different management scholars and management thinkers has given it in a different way. Somebody given in a 3 point, somebody given in a 5 point, somebody given 7 points. But Henry Fayol has given a perfect, clear cut idea regarding the functions of management in these 5 points which I described right now. So please make a small notes regarding all this. You try to write down at your home these 5 points. If you are facing any problem in writing, if you are facing any problem in thinking, you must remember my earlier classes when I had taken the thought management. So you go through that. You go through the thought processing management. Once you start thinking, once you start analyzing, once you start recalling, then you will be having all these clear-cut picture. You relate all this information to your day-to-day general life. You try to analyze all the points which I have given you. You try to relate it with your practical problems in your life. Then you will be able to understand it very clearly. You will be able to memorize it in a very proper way. You will be able to communicate when you require this, whether in written communication, whether in oral communication. So you go through the thought process management, which I have taught you earlier. You think over it, you sit down and think, start analyzing, start making short notes, and start writing properly. Thank you.